Hi, welcome to JMeter tutorial. So today's topic is Introduction to JMeter, where we will look into the different aspects of JMeter, like how to download it, what are the configuration needed, and how to install it. Then what is JMeter? So going to the topics for today, these are the topics which we are going to look. So starting from what is JMeter and how it works, then the prerequisites like JDK and JRE and JVM. And after that, we'll look into the how to download and configure JMeter to work on it. Next is JMeter features like uh, what are the advantages of JMeters, and after that we'll look into uh, different types. How can we actually launch JMeter? There are different types of launching JMeter which will be helpful for different necessary tasks. And after that, we'll look into the JMeter GUI, where we will have an overview of that. Yeah, so first thing is, what is JMeter? JMeter is a Java desktop application which was developed by Apache Software Foundation and which is widely used, as I can say that it is widely used for performance testing, especially for the web application for HTTP protocol. So apart from HTTP protocol, we can also go ahead for the web services testing using JMeter, which is very easy to develop scripts. And coming to the capabilities, it is very easy to use because it is completely GUI based, where you just have to drag and drop uh, few of samplers where you can directly go ahead and without writing code, with minimal writing code, we can say, because we sometimes we have to go for bean shell scripting. We will see those things in the latter part. So the protocols supported by JMeter are HTTP, HTTPS, and apart from that we have web services and database via JDBC drivers. And apart from that, FTP is widely used and as I can say that JMeter will be your first choice if it comes for FTP service testing. Yeah, so this is all about what is JMeter. Next, we are going to see how actually JMeter works. As we know that JMeter is a performance testing tool which simulates the multiple number of users using the system at at a point of time. So when we see that why we need a testing tool for performance, if you think logically, and if you want to test a particular application for hundreds of users using the system at the same time, you have two options. First option is either you find out 100 PCs and 100 resources who will be using that system and running the application manually, but that does not looks logically. So that's why we need a tool, and JMeter is a kind of tool where the scripts will be developed very easily and can run it on the go. So how it works is JMeter will be installed on your system, and with your script it will actually hit the application in the test server, and from the server end, when the server responds the JMeter request, then it collects the statistics and it will show you in the different types of listeners depending upon your configuration. So as you can see that, so first step is the send request to target server. Then when it hits the server will respond the response. So it will calculate how much time it took for a particular request to get the response from the target server, and it will accumulate and consolidate different type of statistics information from the target server, and it will gather and it will show you in the report. So coming to next is prerequisites of JMeter. So for JMeter installation, you need JDK and JRE. So what is JDK is? JDK stands for Java Development Kit. Why it needed is whenever you want to develop any Java program and run it, you need Java Development Kit. It is basically used for Java program development and it is used by Java developers. Next is JRE. It is also known as JRET, that is Java Runtime Environment. It is an installation package which provides environment to run the developed Java applications or program. The JRE is only used for the is used by the people who want to run the Java program. Next is JVM, which is most important part, that is Java Virtual Machine. So it is very important part of both JDK and JRE because it is contained and inbuilt in both of them, and it is actually the necessity to develop and run the Java application. So JVM is sole responsible for executing the Java program line by line. Hence it is also known as the interpreter. So this is the difference between JDK, JRE and JVM. Now coming to how from where we need to download and how to configure JMeter. So first thing we need for JMeter is Java Development Kit and JRE. So I have mentioned the URL from where you can actually get the JRE and JDK from in your machine. So you just have to go to this URL and you need to download the JDK and JRE in your machine and you have to unzip it and place it in your folder. Once JDK and JRE has been downloaded and it has been configured in your machine, you have to download the latest JMeter version from the given URL, which is the second one, which is the official site of Apache JMeter. So I have given you the screenshot also here. So currently the latest version is 5.1.1 and it needs Java 1.8 and above. So you should remind yourself before downloading the Java JDK and JRE that it should be more than 1.8. Once you see the once you navigate to the Apache JMeter site, as I mentioned in the download section, you can see two binary files. One is zip and another is in the different format. So .zip is widely used for Windows. So just download it and unzip the zip or tar file to your directory where you want to JMeter to be installed. So after that, you need to change in your environmental variables. You need to actually give the path for the Java in your environmental variable. We'll see those things in the latter part of the. Now coming to JMeter features, basically, so first things comes into mind is it is open source. And it is widely used because it is open source, it is very and it has a friendly GUI. And one most important feature of JMeter it is platform independent. So wherever you develop JavaScript, so it will generate one .jmx file which can be executed on any of the OS platform like if you want to run it on Linux or Windows or in another of the platform. So apart from this, it is very easy to install. It is because it does not need any installation. It just needs your unzipping your JMeter folder, and it supports multiple protocols. So these are the basic JMeter features which are highly advantageous over the other performance testing tools. Yeah, coming to launch JMeter, once your configuration and download and configuration part has been done, you can launch JMeter. So basically there are three types of launching JMeter. One is on the GUI mode, another is the server mode, and last but not least is command line mode. So in GUI mode, what we are going to do is we can go to the actual JMeter folder where we have unzipped the downloaded JMeter folder, and we can go to the bin folder. Inside bin folder there will be JMeter bat file. You just have to double click on that, then your JMeter GUI mode will be open in your desktop. So next is server mode, that is basically used for server mode, sorry about that. Server mode is mainly used for the distributed testing. So once we see the distributed testing, then we'll come to know why we need server mode. Okay. So to start the server mode, we just have to go to the command line, open the command line and give the full path of until bin folder, and inside bin folder there will be JMeter server.bat. We just have to run that bat file. So your JMeter server will be start and it will be run in the backend. Next is the command line mode. Command line mode basically is used for executing the test, because if you run your if you actually execute your load test on the GUI mode, it will it will take all the resources of your desktop if you don't have a high configuration desktop, and that's why it is actually preferable to run it on the command line mode. To run the JMeter in command line mode, this is the command. So first is the JMeter, then -n. So first you need to go to the command line, and you have to navigate until the bin path of your JMeter. Then you need to give the command as JMeter -n, which is non-GUI mode, then -t, then your full path of your test plan, then -l, full path of your result file including your file name. Then latter part is optional. If you are using any proxy server in your desktop, then you need to give the IP address of your proxy server and the port number. So these are the different types of launching of JMeter. So once you run the JMeter.bat and the JMeter GUI will open. So this is the latest version of JMeter. Earlier there were test plan in the earlier releases. There were once you open the JMeter GUI, you will see two attributes. One is test plan, another is workbench. But now after JMeter version 4, there is only test plan. So test plan is nothing but where you can say that it is your test suite, where you can save your whole test script. It can have multiple scripts, so we will look into it in the later part of the tutorial, how to actually save different scripts into the same test plan, how to run it. So in the test plan, you can see there are different attributes you can see over here. So first one is that run thread groups consecutively. What are thread groups and what are different features inside test plan, what are the different components of a test plan, we will see in the latter part of the tutorial.